What is up, my people? We're going to jump right into this one. I just finished this video prior to this one about sequence of returns risk in retirement. And if you haven't watched that video, I need you to check that one out. I need you to check them all out. I need you to like every single one of them, comment on every single one of them, share them with your entire network of family and friends that you care about, that you want them to get good, solid financial information. And then most importantly, I need you to subscribe to our channel. I need you to get everybody to subscribe to our channel. Please subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to keep putting out more and more information on this. And I want you to be notified when I put another video out, because I'm not just doing this to waste my time. I'm doing this to give you solid information, because for 20 years, I've been in the financial services business, and there is a terrible shortfall of quality information. I did another video about most life insurance agents are lazy, ignorant, or greedy. That kind of falls into the financial planning space as well. It's a little bit different, but what the financial planners are trying to do is they're trying to build up their own annuity stream of income. And we're going to talk about the definition of an annuity here in a second. But most retirement planners are all about assets under management, building their AUM, and whether they're getting a 0.5% fee, a 50 basis point fee, or a 1% fee, they are building their book of business so that they have a residual stream of income coming in, so they don't have to work as hard anymore. It's all about compensation. And so if they think about it, if they have $100 million of assets under management and they're making a 1% fee, they're making $1 million a year. $1 million a year over 12 months is a little over $80,000 a month that they've got coming in. That's what they're building up. So are they continuing to give you the solid advice that you need and you desperately have to have for a successful retirement? So this is a piggyback or a continuation of the last video, the sequence of return video. So we're going to talk about what the definition of an annuity is. It is an agreement between you and another party where money is deposited and later returned back to you in a series of payments. That is the definition of an annuity. And there's three common forms of an annuity. One is the public annuity, which is what we know as Social Security, right? If you're a public educator, then you might have some sort of state pension plan in lieu of Social Security. But that is what a public annuity is. You give them a payment every month while you're working. In return, they give you a guaranteed stream of income in retirement for a period of time. Then there are private annuities, which were otherwise known as pension plans in the corporate space. And then there are asset-backed annuities, which are issued by insurance companies. And that's where we're going to spend our time focusing today, is on asset-backed annuities. And what are those characteristics? So remember, this is the personal economic model. This big bucket over here is your lifetime earning potential. Then we've got your cash flow regulator, your tax regulator. Then we have your regulator for future lifestyle. That's where you save money either into safe accounts, risk accounts, which are otherwise known as investments. And some of your lifetime earning is diverted at the top into qualified money. So let's talk about where asset-backed annuities or insurance financed annuities, where those sit. They can sit either in a qualified plan or outside of a qualified plan in your savings tank. And one of these two tanks is where an asset-backed annuity would sit. And you decide how much to contribute and when you want to receive that income from that. And the growth of the money inside of this annuity depends on how the annuity is established. There are different types of growth components to the annuities. And then it's the only financial product with the ability to pay income to your beneficiaries or even to yourself after all of the money is completely drained. And that's an important component of what I just talked about in the previous video about the sequence of returns risk. I showed a retired couple at the age of 65 with $1 million or more, it doesn't matter, but $1 million taking a 5% distribution, and they ran out of money into their late 70s, early 80s. 15 years, I think, is when they ran out of money, if not sooner. And they needed money through the age of 92 for 27 years. This would have been the perfect vehicle, one of the clubs in the bag, for my golfing analogy, right? You have different clubs for different purposes. An asset-backed annuity can be a good supplement, a good use of a club in your bag for retirement to make sure you don't run out of the money that you need to live the lifestyle you need to live. The growth is in three different types, right? So let's take a look. There's the fixed annuities. Fixed annuities sit in the safe tank, on the safe side of the personal economic model. And the account and the income growth is based off of fixed interest rates, the prevailing interest rates that are in the market right now, prime or tied to one of those interest indexes. And depending on selected riders, fees, and other options that are available inside of the account will determine the features and benefits of that specific type of fixed annuity. Then there's indexed annuities. Indexed annuities also sit in the safe tank. They're not considered to be an investment. What happens is the interest that it earns is tied to the underlying stock market, but it's going to grow similar to this purple line, which you can see is kind of like stepping on a staircase and you never go down, versus having the fluctuations of the indexes of the market with the ups and downs, okay? But there's going to be limitations on that. There's going to be floors, there's going to be caps, or there's going to be some spreads and some different functions. Remember, they're doing this as a safe account alternative, not as an investment account. So this fixed index annuity may not have the high flying growth potential that an unencumbered stock market account can have. But on the reverse side, it's not going to have the risk of loss and exposure of liability that those other accounts have as well. And again, there's other features and benefits that can be added to this index annuity depending on what you want to do, and the account charges and fees are going to be reflected by that. And then the third type of annuity is what's called a variable annuity. It sits in the risk tank, not the safe tank. The first two, fixed and index, sit in the safe tank. The variable annuity sits in the risk tank, and its growth is completely subject to whatever the underlying stock market investment it's tied to, how it performs. You get all the good, but also all the bad. And that sequence of returns risk is then coupled, or how you offset that in a variable annuity is part of the features and benefits, the riders, the income riders that you would purchase inside of the variable annuity. And again, this video is not to say which one is right, which one is wrong for your particular scenario. It all depends on your overall retirement strategy, all of the clubs in your bag and how you use them. Are they proper? And really, do you have a good retirement golf swing? Do you have a good retirement strategy for what you're trying to accomplish? And use these products accordingly, like one club in the bag. One club's not supposed to do everything. You don't use your driver to putt, right? You don't use your putter to drive. So we need to make sure we're using these financial vehicles the right way. So the key takeaways that we want to focus on: the liquidity provisions in each of these annuities, the financial backing of the insurance companies. How solid are these companies that are backing the promises? Because this is a promise to pay in the future, and we need to make sure those insurance companies are going to honor that promise. And then how the account grows should also be a consideration. You know, the fixed annuity is this gold line. The index annuity is this purple line. The variable annuity is this orange line. Which one of these fits your strategy, your swing? Which one of these clubs fits best into your bag from a retirement perspective? And then the design to provide lifetime retirement income for you and your spouse, so that you don't have to worry about running out of money in retirement. You can have that consistent retirement income, right? So remember, like, comment, share, subscribe. I hope this was extremely helpful for you. Check out some of our other videos, and I'll see you in the next one.